Alright, so hey, welcome to the shop. We are working on a boat. So today I thought I'd take you to work with me. We got a little job to do. We are going to be installing smart plug system on a boat. Not just one, but two. So anyway, I thought it might be kind of fun. We can do a quick video on installing one of these, two of these. And I figured we'd go ahead and start here in the shop today. We'll put our cord end on it because you can see that, yeah, it's a little burnt. So we're gonna go ahead and go from a twist lock cord to a smart plug, and we'll get started on that. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna go ahead and install our smart plug system. First thing we're gonna do is here in the shop, we're going to install our end of our cord. Place that here in the shop, and then we'll go out to the boat and do the boat end. Anyway, really easy project, and a great set of instructions, very easy to follow. And I like to read over the instructions first and then skip ahead. so first thing I like to do is go ahead and get my cord end ready to go onto the cord. So we'll go ahead and take that and take that, and I was going to make a point of this in a minute, but in the instructions and here on the cord end itself, there's a couple of notes here just to stress the importance of this. Stripping the cable back. Pay particular attention to that, because what we want our little clamps here to grab the outer sheath and not the conductors inside. So we need to pay particular attention to how we strip our wire, and you'll see that in just a minute. So let's get the stickers out of the way and go ahead and put our cord seal on the shell here first, and that just tucks in like that. And there we go. Alright, so like I was saying, this is a good kit, great instructions. Most of what you need comes in the kit to do the job, but you still have to bring a few things to the party. You're going to need, first, something to cut the end off of your existing shore power cord. You need to bring your wire strippers with you, because we're going to have to get the wires back in there. What else we got? Soapy water, helps it all slide together. Easy. A roll of towels to clean up your soapy water mess, and a utility knife to cut the outer sheath off the cord. So we're going to go ahead and get the camera set up so we're looking down on this, and we'll get this end put on. Alright, so here we are. We got the bird's eye view. We're going to go ahead and get this thing put together. Here, off camera, I went ahead and severed the end of our short cord, and we're going to go ahead and get started with this. So the first thing we need to do is go to, let me bring that to the shop. Is on our instructions here, right at the top, there is a strip guide to show you exactly how far to cut the wire and how far back to strip the insulation. So we're going to pay attention to that, and you'll see why shortly. So, right there, and we'll mark that, and we'll get this cut. Now when we're doing this, when we're removing this outer sheath, it's just a series of very light cuts. We don't want to get into our conductors and damage those insulation around our conductors. Alright, so our next step is going to be to get the shell over our cord here. And the trick is to get the cord through the cord seal. Now they do supply a nifty little tool for that just slides over the conductors like so and helps that go in. And a little soapy water always helps. So, soap, and then we just slide that in. All right, so we've got our shell on our cord. Now, getting the cord through this cable seal here, it can be a bit of a wrestling match, but it will go, I promise you. Just lots of soapy water, a little bit of patience, it will go through there. So, okay, our next step is going to be, we need to strip the insulation off our conductors so we can get them into their terminations. So, get an eyeball there. So we got our conductor stripped here, and you can see we've got nice bright clean copper, which is great. If you cut this and you strip back your insulation and you don't find good clean copper, you need to start walking back down the cord here till you do. You want a good solid clean electrical connection right here between the cord and your plug. And I'm just going to double check to make sure that I got my stripping lengths. Yep, they look good. So go ahead and put this together. And it was mighty nice of them in their hardware pack to include a hex wrench to tighten down these terminations. Because my hands are soapy. My hands are slippery and soapy. Alright, so on the back of the smart plug here, we have 3 terminals, and they are color coded. There's a black, a white, and a green. So line, neutral, ground. And we'll just loosen these up a little bit. And we'll put our wires in there. Make sure all the wires go in there. And tighten. Now, I want to show you this because this is where the strip guide shows why it's so important. Is one thing we don't want is we don't want to have our conductor stripped back so far that we've got wire showing here. We want it all to be contained down into its termination here. The other thing is that this is designed to grab that cable and hold it so that if we pull, we're not pulling on the wire terminations, but this is designed to go around the outer sheath, and you can see it's kind of a tight fit there. We want it to grab the outer sheath and not be holding on the on our conductors. And we can screw this guy down. So, I'm going to go around one more check, make sure my terminations are snug, tight, 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 tight. Okay, now I need to get this. So a little soapy water. So we slide our shell up and pull our receptacle in. And it can be tight, but I promise you it will go. Okay, and there we have our receptacle is assembled. Now next step is we have 3 screws that go on the side. We'll go ahead and put these in and tighten them up. Okay, there, we're assembled. Last step in this process is our little gasket, which tucks in. Just use my pen to tuck that in. And there we go. We have our smart plug installed on our cord. So now, next step, we go out to the boat and do the other side and put this in service. So, okay, so here we are live on scene. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and put our smart plug in, the boat end, into our boat. We're going to get this the existing twist lock out of here and replace it with this. It's usually a pretty straightforward and easy process because the whole pattern, the mounting pattern on the smart plug is the same as the old twist lock, so it goes pretty easy. One thing that might complicate matters just a bit is we might have to open the hole, the penetration through our side here, because as you can see the old twist lock is a nice round shape, but the smart plug has this more elongated shape, so sometimes we have to trim away just a little bit there, but we'll see how it goes. So we'll get started. Okay, so step number 1 is to go ahead and get the existing 30-inch cord out of here. And step 2, just because I don't like getting shocked and surprised, I just use my non-contact voltage detector and we'll check to see that the boat is in fact de-energized, which it is. So now we just go ahead and remove the existing twist lock. So we got our twist lock out, and as you can see here, we've got enough slack to work with in our wire here, so that's good. Makes it easy. We don't have to extend anything, so that's good. So we'll just go ahead and get this off, and twist lock out of the way. And look at our existing wires here. We see we got a good clean copper, so that's nice. We don't have to cut back in search of good clean copper. So we'll clean this one up just a bit. It's a little short. Alright, so I'll get the gasket out of there. And we'll go ahead and get our smart plug on. Okay, so we've got our twist lock disconnected, and that's out of the way. We've got good clean copper on our wires here, so we don't have to go cutting our wires back in search of clean copper. So now we just need to make our connections here, and very easy to do. Black, white, and green, and the smart plug is color coordinated there, black, white, and green. Now we just put on our end cap to secure our wires. There we are, we're connected. We have our smart plug on, the end cap's on. One more check to make sure all our screws, terminations are tight. And the moment of truth. Will it fit without any grinding? And look at that. Oh. Beautiful thing. Okay, so there we go. Our boat end of our smart plug system is installed. So we're gonna go get the cord we made up at the shop yesterday, plug in, and check polarity, make sure we are correct on our wire colors, and that's it. Okay, so here we have the cord that we made up at the shop. So we're going to go ahead and plug her in, get her latched in, locked down. Now we just go inside and make sure our polarity is correct, and we're good to go. Okay, so we're powered up, and inside we do not have a reverse polarity on our little panel here. And over here I got my little 3-light tester that we can test it. Let's turn that outlet on, and yep, there we go. Okay, so that is 2 orange lights. That means the wiring is correct. So that is it. So there you go. That's all there is to installing one of the smart plug systems. Very easy thing to do. So if you're interested in the smart plug system, I would suggest you look them up online. It's a great product. And until next time, keep working on your boat.